This is Darrell as a service down at Community Central, and today we're going to be celebrating Office Takeover, but we do have to do something of a little salute to the tech community because the tech community is turning one today as well.
Woo!
Yeah,
Yes.
That's right. So tell us a little about the tech community and where it came from.
Well, we launched this time last year, so we've got a first birthday celebration. We hit a 80,000 member milestone even just before we got to Ignite, which is really exciting. And it's been really great. The momentum's been enormous. We've got every single piece of content from Ignite into the tech community, so a lot of people are signing up for that for obvious reasons. And yeah, we've just been going from strength to strength. We've been doing really well. A lot of more products are coming in. We're hosting AMAs. There's just a lot of demand here, which is really good to see.
Yeah, Mike, have you got anything to add?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a little bit of a journey, and many of you guys will know that. You were there for the early days, and you've seen it kind of culminate into this year's Ignite. We're landing a ton of blogs there. Excited to announce that yesterday and the day before were our most active days ever in terms of traffic and in terms of visitors.
All-time
and
high.
I think the momentum is going to keep building. We have a lot of great stuff that the MVPs are engaging. We have a ton of product blogs. We have engineering, product teams, executives posting in the community.
Yeah.
It's a great place to be for all of us.
Right.
So apparently you dethroned Christian Buckley as the man with the best hair in SharePoint. I have to point
His
out-
words,
No, well-
and mine.
We have this thing. We've got Vlad Katronisko, who's got the sexiest lisp in SharePoint. Yeah,
Agreed.
And
Yeah.
he's just
Yeah. We've got
dethroned
consensus
the
there.
pomade man, Christian Buckley. Look at that.
I'll take it.
mean,
I'll take it.
But we've got to cross over and do something good.
Well, that's right. There's a little song that goes like that.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, tech community.
It's your birthday, it's your birthday. We're gonna party like it's your birthday.
All right.
Happy birthday to you.
Yep, yep.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Congratulations.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
very
Awesome.
excited.
Thank you
to be part
guys,
of
and we
this.
hope to see you all in the Microsoft Tech community.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come across.
All right.
Thank you very much.
We'll
Thank
excuse
you,
you, you're
guys.
busy.
Yeah.
So yeah, so Office Takeover, it's going on, and look, they've just done such a great job. The tech community is really pumping. A lot of people are getting involved in conversation, so they've been a bit modest about the success of the community. What do you think, Alistair?
We always used to use Yammer for conversations, and then they created this great platform for the tech community, so techcommunity.microsoft.com. It's been around. I remember them launching it, and we did stuff in South Africa for Tech Summit, and it coincided with the Tech Summit, signing up people, and it's a great way to keep up to date, outside of listening to the two of us on our shows, to keep up to date with what the goings on are. And the best part is it's a two-way communication.
Exactly.
So I think that's really great.
Yeah, and so you might have heard that Mike had said that there are executives that are blogging in there too. I've also heard some sessions where they've said that the product teams are able to blog in there, and they're a bit more freer to do that.
Yeah.
Blogs.office.com is very polished. It's very, there's a schedule and there's content and there's all that sort of thing. But the product team can go in there, they can have these blogs about what's coming, what's just been released, and actually have a conversation in that thread.
I think specifically in the Microsoft space, we talk about 2 degrees of separation instead of 6 degrees of separation. And it's great to be able to have that platform where a standard user, not an MVP or an RD or anyone that's in the community at that level, is now able to communicate with someone from the product group, someone from the engineering team, being able to say, hi, I have this question, and get a response from that level inside of Microsoft.
Yeah, so around that, I've always had a thought that we're not really experts anymore. The pace of technology is changing so much that we have to admit that we don't know everything. So this is where the tech community steps in, and we as a community are an expert. So Alistair knows some things I don't know, and vice versa, and we can ask our questions, and we're all on the same level. So yeah, tech community, a great place. Now there was another birthday to celebrate today.
OneDrive.
OneDrive.
Formerly known as SkyDrive. It feels like they got stuff from Prince.
Yeah.
The
Formerly
artist
known
formerly
as-
known
yeah,
as.
that's right, yeah.
So yes, OneDrive is 10. 10 years ago, they created this product called SkyDrive. Well, actually,
Was it Mesh something?
No, I know the history.
Okay, you go for it.
So, OneDrive, when Microsoft bought a company called Virtual Office,
Right.
well, it was virtual office. So they had this sketchbook annotation type thing, pretty much the same stuff we're seeing coming through in Teams.
Right.
So they bought virtual office, and part of that was a file storing system. Yeah, so you had all these apps that you could add. Strangely enough, it's exactly like Teams. And with that, they then created SharePoint Workspace.
Right.
So SharePoint Workspace is where OneDrive started.
Right.
And SharePoint Workspace turned into SkyDrive, because when they went on to 2010, SharePoint Workspace, I think SharePoint Workspace was just for 2007 or 20. I can't remember the numbers, it's all staggering. But eventually it moved into SkyDrive, and then the British, the colonial people sued Microsoft, and they changed. You see, this is what happens.
I know, yeah, Buckley's just trying to get in there.
The dethroner and the photo bomber, you no longer have the best
Mike
hair
has the
in
best hair,
SharePoint.
sorry.
Mike has the best hair.
Sorry.
Anyhow, coming back to what we were talking about, so OneDrive
Yes.
has now become the de facto standard, well, according to us. So it's
Yeah.
our opinions, it's not the de facto standard. I don't have those measurements, but
So the way that they're now phrasing OneDrive is that it is your place to get your files, whether it be your personal files or your SharePoint files, but you're doing it locally and it's all on demand.
Yeah.
So it's very much part of that Windows Explorer experience, which makes it far easier for people who don't really want to go to a browser, but they still want to get the power of the cloud.
yeah. So working inside of Windows Explorer, where everyone lives,
Yeah.
it's easy to now, and there were a lot of OneDrive for Business announcements this week.
Yes. Yeah.
We didn't get an opportunity to go because we're busy doing this all the time.
Maybe we can do that sometime today.
Yeah, so there's information rights management, Azure Information Protection now in the latest next-gen sync client for OneDrive, which is big for me. There's a lot of people cards coming through as well, so if you want to share,
yes.
so that's that stuff. And OneDrive is really, really maturing into the product that we need to collaborate effectively with other people and be able to share with confidence.
Exactly. So OneDrive having his birthday, and they're doing some great things on their 10th birthday. So can we draw some parallels between that and something that has an X in its product name?
I don't know where you're leading to.
Oh,
with
of course not. Okay, we'll just leave it at that.
I'm not
'cause it is
inside
a
your mind.
Microsoft conference. Squirrel!
this. Yeah,
No,
that's
anyway.
exactly that. All right.
All right.
Is that it?
That's about
Are
it.
we done?
Okay, so that's the
signing
community
off?
central. Yeah, I'm signing off here. It's the community central, and to community having a birthday, we're going to continue to have some fun here on the office takeover. That was Alistair Pugin and Darrell Webster for Regarding 365.
Darrell as a service.
Oh, Darrell
Peace
as a
out.
service.